Hey guys, and welcome to the battle phase to another deck profile. This time we're swimming more into jank waters with not as competitive at all, but a more interesting deck profile. We're talking about Scrap Generator. So a deck that starts with the scrap monsters as starters and then ends on a full generator board, right? The combo is very, very interesting, and the deck as well, so I just thought it would be a sin not to feature this deck on the channel. But do keep in mind, it is more of a jank variant, but very, very fun. So with that in mind, we are going to jump straight into the deck to tell you what this abomination is all about. So if you like these more interesting decks, jank decks, don't forget to subscribe. So starting off, we're going to start with our starter, and that is going to be 3 copies of Scrap Recycler. This is our 1-card starter. So if you open Scrap Recycler, you do have full combo that easily transitions to generators. So opening this or any way to this gives you the full combo. Scrap Recycler can send a machine from deck to grave on normal or special summon, not a once per turn. So we're going to be looping hard this effect. So because this is our 1-card starter, we do play multiple cards to get there. The most important one is obviously the 3 copies of Scrap Raptor, which you can destroy to add a scrap from deck to hand and then have an additional normal summon. So basically Scrap Raptor is your way to Scrap Recycler. And because Scrap Raptor is a dino, we obviously do also play 3 copies of Fossil Dig that then adds us the Raptor that can add us the Scrap Recycler. So here we can already see that that is 9 copies of Scrap Recycler by itself already, which does allow us to quite consistently open it. However, we do play another engine that is really, really good in this deck, and that is the Superheavy Samurai engine. We do play the 3 copies of Superheavy Motorbike and the 3 copies of Wakaushi. Okay, and then alongside that, we do play the 1 Soul God Booster and then the 1 Bankai. These are the requirements for the Superheavy engine. Okay, now what is the point of the Superheavy engine? So the Superheavy engine is 6 cards that can get us to Scrap Recycler if we don't have it. But the cool thing about this is this can also get us a hand trap protection if we already have Scrap Recycler. So let's take a look at first how we can get Scrap Recycler if we don't have it yet, because it does that without the normal summon, so that's why it's so good. So let's check. So obviously if you open Wakaushi or Motorbike to add Wakaushi, you can obviously gonna scale Wakaushi here, and then you are going to scale your big Bankai to the other pen zone, and you're gonna summon the Wakaushi here. The effect of Bankai is going to add you the Soul God Booster to hand. You're gonna equip the Soul God Booster to Wakaushi, summon the Soul God Booster here, and then you have 2 level 4s. We can overlay this, and we are going to summon our Gear Giant X, detach, and this can add us a level 4 lower machine, and we're gonna be able to add the Scrap Recycler to our hand. Because we did all of this without a special summon, we can then just normal summon the Recycler and combo off while also having a body on field for extension. So that is one way that this engine is really good. But there is another way, that if you open, for instance, the whole engine, so the Wakaushi, plus you already have Scrap Recycler in hand, this is not a dead card. We can use this to install hand trap protection to the field before we do our full combo. So we do that the same by scaling the Wakaushi, then scaling the Bankai, summoning the Wakaushi, then Bankai effect adds the Soul God Booster, we equip the Soul God Booster, special the Soul God Booster, we have 2 level 4s, and then we can overlay our 2 level 4s, and this time we actually make Trap Trick Refleja here, that with Gravedigger Scrap Hole in deck will serve as hand trap protection. Then we can normal summon our Scrap Recycler and perform the combo. So the Superheavy Samurai engine is, as you could see, extremely flexible in the deck, in either searching our starters or giving hand trap protection. There is one last thing that the Superheavy Samurai is really good about, and that is that when we use Wakaushi, we are gonna put Benkei in the pendulum scale and then not need him from then forward. Because our combo with Scrap Recycler is going to go through Scrap Wyvern is gonna have to destroy a card on our field in order to perform the combo. And Big Bankai is a perfect card on the field that has no usage anymore, so we can just pop the Bankai and then use the Scrap Wyvern's effect to combo off. So that is another really good feature of the Superheavy Samurai engine, that it does give you that card to pop to fully combo. So alongside with the Superheavy Samurai, we now have 15 ways to get to our starters. That means we can run a 50 card deck because we have so many starters in order to avoid drawing bricks that obviously we have to play in this deck because it's a 1-card combo. And we have now 15 starters. That means we have 85% chance to draw the starter, so a way to Scrap Recycler in the deck going first, and 90% going second. So very consistent deck, which is really good. Now let's move on to combo requirements. So it's obviously going to be Scrap Golem. This is the MVP card of the Scrap combo. It's gonna also not a hard once per turn, so can help us loop Recycler. Then we play Rosenix. Rosenix has a very easy way of usage. Basically, when you normal summon the Recycler, you send the Rosenix, then you can banish the Rosenix, you get another token, and then you link the token and the Scrap Recycler into Wyvern, Wyvern summon Golem, and then you combo off like that. So that is extremely nice. So you do need the Rosenix. And then a very interesting card here is the World Legacy World Armor. Yeah. This card enables the World Legacy portion of the combo, and also is the way for us to search World Legacy Monstrosity from deck to hand, because he can search a World Legacy spell trap when he is summoned. And that serves as the Monstrosity that helps us bridge the gap to the Generator portion of the deck. The last card is the 1 copy of the Gizmek Frog. You can banish this from grave. We will send it there with Scrap Recycler in order to spell summon a monster that has the same attack and defense from our graveyard. That's a machine. And believe it or not, World Legacy World Armor has 2500 attack and defense. Banish this, summon this in defense from the grave, search the monstrosity, go into the generators, right? But yeah, we could say that these basically are bricks, right? But yeah, we do play a 50 card combo to 50 card deck to mitigate that as much as we can. And then the last card is the Gizmek. We play the one Gizmek Orochi. You will send this to graveyard with Recycle to combo, which will serve as an extra extender, because you can banish top 10 cards from deck face down to summon him from grave. Or you can do that, because that's a quick effect during our opponent's turn, which means that we will have the second effect that can banish 3 cards from extra deck face down to pop a card. So we'll have a pop of a face-up monster on the field as follow-up during our next turn. Now let's go into the generator portion. For generators, we have to play 1 copy of Merdell. Merdell is going to search as the boss stage, which is very relevant. For the interruption generators, we play 1 copy of Har. He's an Omni Negate if you tribute 2 generator monsters. 1 copy of Utgarda. He is a banish if you tribute 2 generators. And 1 copy of Nidhogg. He is a special summon negate if you tribute 1 generator. So this is going to be the generators. Again, we can play a few more because this is a 50 card deck. And we also can play a few more because we do play the 3 copies of, don't forget the 1 copy of Hela. Really good for grind game, and also can be any one of these if it's in the graveyard. But we can play this many generators because we play the 3 copies of the new generator, Vala. Vala basically helps you unbrick hands if you already open the generator, and can extend while on the field. So because, yeah, the card is just really good and helps us play the much larger generator engine that we play in this deck. And obviously we play generators, so playing a 50 card deck is also very nice because we have less chance to open one of these generators. We also play a little bit of extension. For the extender, I chose to play Anchor Drill, more importantly because then we can also play 3 copies of Heavy Forward as a way to get. Heavy Forward basically just searches the Anchor Drill. Anchor Drill, when you summon it, you can special summon another machine from hand. So basically you can just special summon the Recycler when you normal summon this, and then go into Wyvern. This is very good for one reason, because you normal summon this, your opponent hits this with an Imperm. Basically you can't do anything. Yeah, I did open an extender, so I go like this. Even if they Imperm this, we can still go Link 2 and make the Wyvern and combo from there. And what's also good is that if you search it with Heavy Forward searches the Anchor Drill, and it stays on the field because it's a continuous spell, which means that once we get into the Wyvern, Wyvern can pop this on our field to continue with the combo. So that's why I think this serves two purposes, and it's really strong. For the spells, we do play the 1 copy of World Legacy Succession. important in the combo for extension, and 1 World Legacy Monstrosity. This helps us bridge the gap between scraps and generators, basically, right? Because you can target the level 9 to summon 2 level 9s from deck with different types. Those are going to be generators, obviously. Okay? And Generaider deck, it's pretty clear we have to play 3 copies of Boss Stage, right? You're going to search it during the combo, but opening 1 is also good if you get interrupted. This plays a lot of heavy lifting by itself as well. And you can always activate it and pop it with Scrap Wyvern, so it's also pretty good at that regard. For flex spots, I do play the 3 copies of Ash and 3 copies of Valor. This can be any hand traps you wish. Okay, this can be Droll, Nib, and this can also be defensive cards if you wish, like Triple Tax, Thrust, and Talents, or Dark Rulers or Droplets, whatever. And then the 3 copies of Imperm. You can also replace Imperm with anything you want, but I do kind of like Imperm because for Scrap Wyvern you can set it and pop it if you don't have anything to pop on the field with Scrap Wyvern. Overall, 9 flex spots, 9 open spots to play either defensive cards or hand traps. Yeah, so in a 50 card deck, that means we have 65% chance to open it going first, but more importantly, 72% chance to open it going second. I think in this format, flex cards are important, so yeah. That is the flex spots. Last card in the deck to make it 50 is the 1 copy of Gravedigger's Trap Hole. This is how we use Reflegia in order to dodge hand traps if it opens, and it can also be set and popped with Wyvern if needed. That's the main deck. Let's go into the extra. For the extra deck, we obviously play the most important card. That's 1 copy of Scrap Wyvern. Basically opens up your plays by summoning Golem, that summons back Recycler, that sends another card, and you can already see where that is going. The second very important card is Lib, because we will have the World Armor in the grave that's going to be Sand of Recycler. We can activate its effect to extend, and we're always going to have this in the extra monster zone, then Lib under it, and then it has a pointer to activate Succession on, so that's really good. You're going to summon back the Golem. Golem's not hard once per turn. He summons back the Recycler. Recycler sends again, and you can already see where that is going. So these 2 are very, very important for our combos. Part of the end board, Appaloosa. We always make a 3-negate Appaloosa, just, very strong. And then the most interesting part of the deck, you might have asked yourself, how do we activate Monstrosity because we need a level 9? Well, that is why the Fusion Trishula is in our deck. Just banish 3 monsters with different names from the field to summon this from the extra deck, and it's a level 9. And even better, it's a fusion, so if we make Cross Sheet before that, we can also get a Reborn effect of Recycler to trigger again. So we get a generic option to activate our World Legacy Monstrosity on, and Cross Sheet also extends us. So this is the goo of this deck that bridges from scraps to generators. Speaking of generators, Generator XC package is the brand new XC, the Leviathan, and the 2 copies of Jormungandr. 2 copies is because we need 2 copies. We need 1 to trigger the XC, and we need the other 1 to summon during our turn, because we're going to summon Jormungandr during our turn, use its effect so both players draw a card, and that's going to trigger Boss Stage on your field during your turn to summon Generator. So very good. What this does is you contribute it. You can summon the Jormungandr from extra deck during our opponent's turn, and then attach cards from opponent's field to Jormungandr equal to the number of materials this XC had. So it's also very strong interruption, right? But you have to play 2 Jormungandrs here. It's very important. Another interesting card in the deck is 9 Lives Cat. What this does is you can just special detach. It's a rank 9, detach, special summon a level 9 from grave. What this does is because all the generators that were summoned, especially Har, that's going to be summoned off World Legacy Monstrosity, is going to be destroyed during the end turn. You just summon 9 Lives Cat, detach, summon him back, and then he's not going to be destroyed during the end turn. And 9 Lives Cat is a rank 9, so that means with another rank 9, you can go into the F0 package that we also play. The other rank 9 obviously being the Jormungandr. We can make the F0 package, which is also very strong. So that is the F0 package. Yep. Next 2 cards are in order for the Superheavy Samurai engine. As we said, Superheavy Samurai engine gets us 2 level 4s, and we can overlay that, either for Gear Giant Axe in order to add Scrap Recycler to hand, or Trapper Reflegia to protect us from hand traps during the combo. That depends. If you already open Scrap Recycler, you go this, otherwise you go this. both of these without using our normal summon. That's very good. Last two cards, as always, Plan B. We play one copy of IP Masquerena and then one copy of Unicorn or SP Little Knight if you have the budget for it. This is Plan B. Anything goes wrong, this is gonna be really good. You can just make Interrupted, use your extenders to push into IP Masquerena, and overall, a lot of the times you will be able to at least set up the IP Masquerena plus a boss stage in the field zone, which at the end of the day is actually not the worst end board altogether, right? But yeah, this is also for follow-up. I just feel very safe playing these two cards. And that is the combo, yeah. So the combo is very interesting. You can really check it out. It's gonna be posted on the channel in the combo tutorial section. Really cool combo, and yeah, I just had to post it on channel because it's that fun. But again, a very janky deck, but very interesting, so yeah, you had to see this. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.